This call is being recorded.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So the app scan thing, it's like it's a really small compatibility module that we wrote ages ago, and you can upload an MSI, and it'll give you some compatibility results. So whether or not it's suitable for app V or app volumes. Now it's just based on the normal kind of things that make it not suitable for app V. So for example, if it's got boot time services, if there's no shortcuts, just really basic stuff like that. And then Dave Halftek's taken that and converted it into a web service that we've got running on Azure. So now when you go to the Access IT Automation web page, I don't think there's a direct link yet, but you can go to it and you can upload your zipped MSI with maybe MSTs and external files, and then it'll do the same thing online and then email the results to you. So it's kind of like just a little hook to get people interested in our products, and maybe potentially also even use that as a standalone product on site for doing some basic compatibility testing. Yes, that's kind of what the app scan thing is.
So it's more an ad hoc tool.
Yeah, I think so at the moment.
Okay. David Halftek, anything you want to add from your end?
No, I think Nick's pretty much described it correctly, 100%. That's what it does. We need to perhaps enhance it to include ThinApp, perhaps, or Numisynth, so we can show that we are catering for different technologies more than just app volumes and app V. There are a bunch of other enhancements that we need to make, such as the marketing side to improve the wording, or allowing users more than one opportunity to upload, and also tidying up on the results email as well to make it look a little bit more presentable, less kind of system descriptions. But beyond that, it does what it says in the tin. It all seems to work, which is good. Not sure what the end purpose of it is, though, really, at this stage, whether it's something just to entice people into the website and to give them sort of intro to Capture, or perhaps something as a product in its own right that somebody might be interested in.
Okay. So let's assume it would be a standalone product that's actually sold. What would I use it for if I'm an IT project manager or a BAU manager? What would I use it for?
I mean, I think my view on this is you've already got compatibility products. So you've got like AppDNA, which is now owned by Citrix. You've got ChangeBase, which is owned by Dell and doesn't seem to be really used. You've got Compat, which is obviously written by Greg, who was the old ChangeBase guy.
ADNA.
I mean, the thing with those systems are they're very complex, especially AppDNA, and they've got loads and loads of logic in there, so they test for a million different scenarios and stuff. But I mean, I guess for me, the issue is whether or not compatibility is still such a big deal nowadays, because moving from XP to Windows 7, it was obviously a massive deal, and that's where these companies mainly came from. But when you're moving to Windows 7 to Windows 10, I don't think it's as big a deal, and I don't know if Oliver's got any opinions on that or not, but my view is that we should sort of target it along the lines of sort of like compatibility doesn't have to be difficult or something like that. So it's a really lightweight product that runs really quickly, doesn't require any configuration hardly, and just gives you a really high level overview of all the apps in your estate.
That's actually interesting that you say that, because that's exactly Microsoft's story with Windows 10 to Windows 10. They tell people not to test in 99% of their applications. They have actually a charge that says 99% applications. And they basically expect enterprises to go and test stuff in flight if something breaks. So, which is interesting because I have not heard of any enterprise willing to do that, especially with